Okay guys, hope you're having a good weekend. And today I was able to pick up the Smith & Wesson CSX from a local store here. So I've gotten a lot of questions and comments about this in the comment section. A lot of people wanted to see this with the Shadow CR920, and I will do a little comparison video, but for now this is going to be basically my initial review. I haven't heard a ton about it, honestly, so I thought I'd pick this up and see what I think about it. If any of you are interested in it, this one here was $5.99. You may be able to find it a little bit lower, or it may be a little bit higher. So these are gonna be my first shots. Let's see how it shoots. Okay guys, this is kind of my first impression of this gun. We've put about 125 rounds through it. So far I really like it. I expected it to be a lot harsher of a recoil impulse, but it wasn't at all. The gun weighs just over 19 ounces, so it has some weight behind it, so I think that controls recoil a lot. So that's one huge pro of it. I thought it shot really well. Couple things I want to go over, a few pros and cons of, I don't have a full review out, so things can change. So a couple big pros, couple things I like right out of the gate. The grip is really nice. It does have removable back straps for different size hands. I have smaller hands and it seems to fit me really well. They have this nice texturing on the mag release as well, almost like a sandpaper type of feel, which is really nice. So that's really good for control. When you get sweaty hands, it feels nice. The controls as far as safety goes, it does have a manual safety here. It is fully ambidextrous on either side. Same with the slide release. You have it here on the right side, and then for your lefties here on the left side. So that's nice for other shooters. It does have the quarter cock safety, so if you let the hammer go a little early, it'll catch there, and then of course all the way back. No decocker, as I mentioned before. It also, you can see it here, has a small trigger safety. That blade has to be depressed for it to fire, and this gun does fire without a magazine in it. So I'll go over a couple cons here with you, just in my opinion, and my opinion can also change and yours can be different than mine. So the first thing I'm going to go over, I'm going to go over the sights. So it has the 3-dot, and some people really like that. For me, it tends to distract me from the front sight, which I'm trying to be more focused on. I would prefer a blacked out rear, but that's just me being a little bit nitpicky. So another thing too, while I'm here, we'll talk about the magazine. So this is a 12+1. It has this extension here that moves freely, so you don't notice it when you're shooting the gun, but it is kind of odd and a little bit annoying when you're loading it. So that's just something to keep in mind. So, and then it comes with the 10-round mag. One thing I noticed, I should have gotten it on film, when I have it fully loaded with 10 rounds, it does not feed into the gun. So I basically tried a couple times to ram it in there and it would not go. So I'd have to pull it out, making it 9. So that's something to keep in mind. Maybe it's a break-in issue, I'm not really sure. A couple things here on the slide. It has really good bite, on the slide here, which is really nice. It's not too aggressive. It's just really easy to get your hand on it and rack one in. And also on the slide release, it was really stiff at first. Now it seems like it's loosening up a little bit. So just keep that in mind. Another thing, we'll talk about the trigger pull while we're here. So obviously the gun is unloaded. So let me get a different angle here. So you hit that safety, little bit of creep, and it breaks. So it's super minor, guys. There's not much creep at all, and obviously it's not a striker fired handgun, so you're gonna get that better trigger. One thing for me I'm guilty of is not letting the trigger fully reset, since it's such a short pull, and on subcompacts I'm used to those striker fires, so you can tell a little bit. This one doesn't have much pull, so I was guilty of letting it out just a little, thinking it reset and didn't, so that was on me. As far as reliability goes, like I said, we're about 125 rounds in, absolutely no problem. We were shooting 115 grain laser brass, so not high-end ammo or anything like that. So my opinion right now at $5.99, so it was a little over $6 out the door. I'm really impressed with it. I thought it would be much harsher shooting, and I didn't think the accuracy would be as good, but I had a buddy shoot it as well, and we were actually able to be pretty darn consistent with it. And I'm excited to put a lot more rounds through this. I will compare it to other guns in the future, whatever you guys want to see. So my opinions right now, I really like it, with a couple cons being the sights, that slide release, that magazine is a little bit strange, and also I kind of want some answers about that 10 rounder. Does not seem to want to feed. So if you guys have any questions on this gun, I'll be putting a lot more rounds. Maybe when I get to about 500 or so, I can do kind of my full review. I just don't want to give that to you right now because things change. So before I go, guys, I want to let you know that the giveaway is still on for the Stoeger STR9C. All you have to do is subscribe to Gunpowder and Protein, and you have to be eligible to purchase a firearm, and the firearm has to be sent to your FFL. And like I said, all you have to do is just be subscribed. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers, one of you guys is going to win that gun and get it taken home for free. And I've did a little review on it. It's great. So I really appreciate all the support, guys, and thanks for watching.